Hello students, welcome to the first video in Advanced Computer Architecture subject. Let us go to the topic. Our subject code is 18CS733 Advanced Computer Architecture. In this video onwards, we are going to start the first model. The syllabus of the first model is the first topic is state of computing. Multiprocess and multi-computer is the next topic. Likewise, multi-vector and SIMT computers, programmable random access memory and VLSI models, program and network properties, conditions of parallelisms, program partitioning and scheduling, program flow mechanism, system interconnect architecture, and principles of scalable performance, performance metrics and measures, parallel processing applications, speed up performance loss, and scalability analysis and approaches is the syllabus for the first model. The first model is the vast syllabus. The first topic is state of computing. As we know that the computers are derived in 5 different generations. The first generation starts from the year 1945 to 1955. The technology and architecture what they have used in the first generations of computers are vacuum tubes and relay memories. So since the vacuum tubes and relay memories are very cost and expensive one, and it is most sensitive one, then they move on to the second type of computers, and the second generations of computers is made up of with discrete transistors and core memories. The languages what they have used in the second generations are high level languages with the compiler supports and subroutines, libraries, and batch processing monitors were used. The best example architecture for second generation computers are IBM 7090, and then the second generation computers lies between the years from 1955 to 1964. Then what are the disadvantages of this transistors means they are costly and scalability of achieving the next upgraded versions of computers is not possible in that second generation. Then they move on to the third generations of computer where the integrated circuits are the main core technologies they have used, and they were coming under SSI and MSI, and microprogramming, pipelining, cache memories, and lookup processes are introduced in the third generation, which lies between 1965 to 1974. And what was the programming concepts they were used in the third generation means multi-programming and time sharing OS and multi-user applications. The fourth generation computers were used the large scale integrated circuits and very large scale integrated circuits and semiconductors, and softwares and operating system what they have used means multiprocessor OS, languages, and compilers. And then best examples for this fourth generation computers are VAX 9000. Then finally we were in fifth generations of computers starting from 1991 to till now. Then what is the technology what we are using here is advanced VLSI processors and memories, and superscalar processor now what we are using, and systems on a chip and massively parallel processing are used in this kind of fifth generation computers. Then the next topic is elements of computer. Whenever we are taking an element of computer, as of now what we have come to know is the hardware part and software part in between the operating system. Apart from these basic elements and primary elements of computer, we have a list of we have a list of elements of computer. What are those means? Computing problem, algorithms and data structures, high level languages. And when we take hardware resources, these are coming under the 3 different categories of system computers, system softwares, application software, operating system. Here this is the structure of showing all the elements of your computer. It starts from the hardware architecture and application software. In between the application software and hardware architecture, there is an operating system which lies and which acts as the interface between the hardware architecture with the application software. Then apart from this structure, we have a computing problem which will determine what kind of competition will happen. So when you take computing problem, there are 3 classifications of computing problem are there. One is numerical problems, and alphanumerical problems, and AA related problems. Numerical problems are like integer and floating point computation, and alphanumerical problems involves the large database management systems and IRS computations. Artificial intelligence problems are dealing with logical inferences and symbolic manipulations. Then the next type of element is algorithms and data structures. When the data structure is defined, we can expect the deterministic problems using the regular data structures. When the problems are not determinate, then we cannot accept the good regular data structures for this one. So this is what the relation between the algorithms and data structures. And the hardware resources wise, we have here processors, memories, and peripheral devices, and some of the special I/O devices like display terminal, workstations, optical page scanners, and magnetic link character recognizers, and etc. So these are the main elements of computer. Apart from this computer, we have a good important primary part is called as compiler supports. So what are the three types of compilers we can accept for achieving a good parallelism means? Those are preprocessors, pre-compiler, and parallelizing computers. So preprocessor, in the sense, it uses the compiler and low-level library of the target computer, and pre-compiler, it needs the flow analysis and dependencies checking, and it has the limited optimization to achieve the parallelism. Parallelism computer is different, entirely different from the previous two concepts. It requires the fully parallelized and vectorized compilers to detect the parallelism in a source code. So I hope so this video is useful for you. I will catch you in that video about the next topic. Thank you.